Okay, this video is going to explain my movie. And I'm not going to tell the parts of the movie. I'm just going to tell you what kind of movie it is, what I'm going to build all over the United States in at least 8 or 9 different places, maybe even more. Because every weekend, we're going to travel to those different places. And I'm going to take my motorcycle and I'm gonna race somebody in that part of the country. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go to the West Coast and I'm gonna mess with Smoke, the real Smoke, and I'm gonna mess with Lawrence Fishburne, the movie Smoke. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna help them, get them to help me design a bike that and I don't know if Lawrence Fishburne can help me, but I know Smoke from Biker Boys, the real Smoke, not Lawrence Fishburne, but the real Smoke, you know, that's got that mechanic like I had, you know what I'm saying, kind of helping me. I had mechanics kind of helping me, and then I had pretty much graduated to getting, and I had bought a couple of tools that was gonna take my engine apart. You know what I'm saying? I was going to take my whole engine apart and put it back together just like I do a welding machine. You know what I'm saying? I did my own welding machine a couple of times after Shake showed me how to do it the first time. So I broke my motor down. It broke down and, you know, everybody thought I was out of there. Jackson gone, you know what I'm saying? His machine broke. Shit, I took that machine home, and then within just a few hours, me and Shake had that welding machine put back together. But yeah, man, we all cool as hell. You know what I'm saying? And everybody, you know what I'm saying? But with my movie, I want to travel the United States, going from place to place, racing at all my tracks. Guards. It's gotta have guards in the front of it. Every business that we own from there. You ain't gotta say God, Adam, Latroy Jackson. You talking about God. When you say God, you saying yourself. Because everybody is God. You know what I'm saying? So you saying yourself when you say God. So God's place, meaning it's your place when you open up your business. Make sure you put God's, because ain't nobody in heaven but God's. And we're heaven on earth until we change and go back home. So until then, that's the secret. I don't even know when. We just gonna automatically change, but it's gonna be something that's gonna happen. We not gonna be scared of it. We not gonna fight over it. It's just gonna happen, and everybody gonna be happy, and we're gonna be 21 and 18. And we're gonna be playing football. And who we used to be is who we are now. We gonna change because we all ain't gonna die nor sleep. Because nobody dies more, because I done killed death. Even Kobe Bryant and Gigi didn't die. They right here with me right now. Ain't that right, Kobe and Gigi? Yep, God, our Father, the first and the last Adam, and everybody, all prophets and people that was born and came in the world in between. Adam and God are bookends. And you can say God and Adam are bookends. God is the first Adam, and Adam LaTroy Jackson is the last Adam. Jesus and Moses and Elijah and all the people in the Bible are just books written between God, Adam LaTroy Jackson, and Adam LaTroy Jackson, the last Adam LaTroy Jackson. You know what I'm saying? The last Adam is God, Adam LaTroy Jackson, the first bookend, and the last bookend is the last Adam, Adam LaTroy Jackson, Jesus Christ. You know what I'm saying? Because in between there, you got Adam Jesus LaTroy Jackson. That's what's my name from the Bible, Adam Jesus LaTroy Jackson. Because everybody is Adam. I read Genesis 5 to you today, telling you, and their name was Adam in the day when they are created. And that's all y'all, my children. The first Adam, God Almighty, and the last Adam, God Almighty. In the middle, Jesus, God Almighty. And Elijah, God, God Almighty. Elisha, God, God Almighty. Isaiah, God, God Almighty. Ezekiel, God, God Almighty. Moses, God, God Almighty. Uh, David, God, God Almighty. Until he messed over my Uriah. Then when he messed over Uriah, I made Uriah switch places with him. So when he slept at his king's, David's doorstep, he went into David and he wanted to have David killed and take his place as God. And that's what God wanted, because he wanted to kill Uriah. So I made myself God in Uriah, switched places with myself God in David, and gave all power to Uriah so David could go out and kill himself, because he thought he was still himself, but Uriah took over the body. And when he went as a soldier, he was David with no power, looking like Uriah, and got killed on the battlefield. David killed himself. Uriah became David. It wasn't Uriah's call. That was God's call. So everything that David wrote in the Psalms after Uriah's murder was Uriah. But everything David wrote before Uriah's murder was David. But when he decided to kill, steal, and destroy, I decided to leave his body and switch it with the person that he killed, steal, and destroyed. And that's the way I did Saul. I left Saul's body and went into David's body. God switches people. But I can never switch from Adam, because Adam is my everything, from Adam to Moses to Abraham to Joshua to Jesus to Adam again. He my only thing. I can't go against Adam. Adam is the only one know the whole truth of everything. And you can't come to him judging and accusing him and starting no stuff or say anything if he tell you just shut up and stop preaching. Because you judging and accusing us of sins, we come as sinners to judge in your face, to sin in your face, so you could judge us and we can leave you alone. And you can move to another country and start some of your own. No, you can't, because I don't. Globally, God is globally God. So you can't go start nothing of your own nowhere else. You might go to another country and build you a neighborhood for you and your family members that want to go and start something in another country, and build stores and stuff, and bring a lot of people from your town with you to start something. You know, we got a lot of land, we got a lot of satellites, we got a lot of electricity that we don't even use electrical lines no more for electricity. You know what I'm saying? We come right off something to something to something to something to give you light. That's a secret from God y'all don't know yet. When y'all stop selling stuff for money, I'll start giving you better ideas. When you just giving it away for love, it's educational. I could use it. It's not to kill, steal, and destroy. No more making guns and fancier guns. You do that on the game. But real guns, don't give nobody real guns. We ain't selling guns and we ain't trying to kill, steal, or destroy no more. Everybody got everything. So ain't nobody to think got more than other people. You know what I'm saying? So get your card from God that he got promised to you for your reward, for your inheritance, a gift from myself, God, Adam LaTroy Jackson, and myself, every prophet that went by the name of Adam, and myself, Jesus Christ, that went by the name Adam, and for myself, the last Adam, Adam LaTroy Jackson, owner of God's Motorsports. And God's Motorsports is going to be all my tracks all over the United States. And if you're good on motorcycles and racing street bikes, come on. We running the 8th mile and we running the 1/4 mile. God against gods. But we gonna go by our names and stuff. I'm Ghost Rider, by the way. That's what they called me with my motorcycle club. I was Ghost Rider. You know what I'm saying? And I'm truly a Ghost Rider. And I ain't been on bikes in a long time, so it's going to be a couple of years of riding, you know what I'm saying, until I get back into shape and stuff. But Suzuki and Kawasaki and Yamaha and Honda, I want y'all to sponsor me. And Harley, I want y'all to sponsor me. You know what I'm saying? And Harley, I want you to make me something like a cruiser that don't have saddlebags or nothing. It's like a cruiser for a motorcycle, but it have a windshield and it looks like a booster, but it's not all curved out like a sports bike, but it's not all Harley'd out like it's a Harley. It's just a smooth riding cruiser for God. A cross between sports bike and, you know, conventional Harley Davidson. But I don't want it to be sports bike where I have to lean over the whole time. But I don't want it to sit back like no Harley. I want it to be in between where I'm kind of like right there in the middle of that motherfucker. Whatever I'm doing, if I want to race it, I'm right there to race it. But then if I don't want to race it, kind of like an eliminator. But eliminator was kind of like a chopper. But it was fast though. I like that eliminator. That's a good idea, but I don't like the body style of the eliminator no more. That's way back in the day. But I wanna start my track soon, you know what I'm saying? So all y'all people who race motorcycles and stuff and like building tracks, we all got the same money. All I want is your friendship and your love and your partnership and your companionship to go all over the world building motorcycle tracks, 8th mile and 1/4 mile and 3 mile. So we could, you know, go fast, have places to go fast and race instead of racing on our busy streets and, you know, causing somebody to have a wreck. You know what I'm saying? But it is some places in the country towns that's still country towns, like where I'm from in Lake Jackson. It's some places where we could go block off and don't have to worry about no police coming to mess with us. If the police do come, they come to watch the race. You know what I'm saying? If you out there and ain't no cars in them areas and cars, that's not a place where cars usually go. Police, it ain't your business. If we out there going fast, it ain't nobody out there. So don't just act like you driving up, somebody called and you showed up. You knew we was out there trying to get some money by catching 2 people or putting somebody in jail. We don't need the devil in the world. And that's police that's got something against people racing motorcycles in areas that's secluded and ain't nobody at. If you that hateful, we don't need you in the world. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to be racing on the street sometime when we block the roads off and have our security set up. And we're going to be racing at them tracks when we build those racetracks. And those racetracks we'll build going to have nightclubs, strip clubs for men and women. It's going to have teen clubs for kids, you know what I'm saying? That's like 13 to 17, you know what I'm saying? And then it's going to have grown-up clubs from 18 to, 21 one day, but 18 to 50 now, 18 to 60, 70 now. You know what I'm saying? Because right now, with everybody having everything, young girls going to start loving sugar daddies. Sugar daddy's gonna be the thing, because if you got your old man, you got a straight up G, a straight up God that can teach you how to be a lady. But then, some of them stuck on that bullshit. You supposed to be this and you supposed to be that. Don't nobody owe you shit, girls. And if you ain't got no husband and you a single girl and you just got friends, don't worry about it. God ain't worried about how much sex you want. You know what I'm saying? God ain't judging you on your sexual affections and stuff like that. So do what you want to do. Do you do. God all right with you. Just keep it out of God's face. He don't want to see his young daughters doing stuff. You know what I'm saying? Unless they 18 and above. But then he really ain't even into them. He into them grandmas. With the big butts. You know what I'm saying? But y'all be tripping, God. I know it. I'm silly as I don't know what. That's just my nature. To be silly, for people to judge me for being silly. You know what I'm saying? What's she talking about? Let's see.
I'm here with triple board certified neuropsychologist, Dr. Judy. Thanks for being here. Callie. She wants the attention. Callie, the lab. And I'm Kyle Kittleson with Med Circle. If you have not already, make sure you subscribe to this channel. I know. We deliver weekly videos on mental health topics that matter to you. So make sure you subscribe and hit that bell so you can make sure not to miss one. Dr. Judy, we're talking about signs of unaddressed trauma that can manifest in people. And these are people who have trauma, but they might not even realize that they have trauma that they haven't dealt with. And so it's manifesting in many different ways. Let's talk about some of those. Let's start with number one.
So number one is a chronic sense of fight or flight. Like you're always hypervigilant, you always feel unsettled, sort of keyed up is another way that people talk about it, or they just feel agitated. Mm-hmm. That's a sign that there's some unresolved trauma there, because basically there's something that is triggering this idea that you have to run or you have to hide, or maybe that you even have to freeze, which is a lesser talked about third response to traumatic events and major stresses.
Yeah, in our series that we just filmed that talked about this new evidence-based treatment, or newer treatment, which we talked about at the end of this video, so make sure you stick around for that. You shared a really amazing story about a client you had who had a fear, or not a fear, but a really strong objection to some restaurants.
Yeah, and this happened because ultimately he was able to discover that this was where he first learned that his parents were getting a divorce.
Right.
But for the longest time as an adult, he just didn't want to go near the restaurant. He would have this very visceral reaction. He couldn't explain it cognitively, but it was just, I don't want to be anywhere near that. He would leave when his friends wanted to go. And he didn't really realize why his response was so intense. And finally, when he connected the dots, it was actually very relieving for him to realize, something kind of traumatic happened to me here.
Yes.
And that's why I didn't want to come near this restaurant. And then he allowed himself to cry and to have a huge physiological response. And then now he can go to the restaurant. Not his favorite, but he's able to tolerate it, and it's not a problem anymore.
Yeah, I call that being imprisoned in an invisible jail.
Yeah.
Because you don't even know that you have this unaddressed trauma until you start to learn the signs, and then start to become aware of that those feelings, and then you can take action. Right. So let's move on to the second sign.
So the second sign is chronic fatigue or always feeling tired, like no matter how.
No, I ain't never feeling tired or nothing, but this is my thing, ma'am, you know what I'm saying? And you probably not going to address it because, you know, but my thing is, I'm God, and don't nothing I say come back to me void. You know what I'm saying? Meaning everything I say must come true because I said it. You know what I'm saying? So me telling Edwin Gartica and the whole Bay City they need to be flooding Houston, buying cars and houses, moving down here and moving on up to Houston, and then all of us close by in Houston in this neighborhood can think and, you know, go out and buy stuff and look at different neighborhoods in Houston, Ralph Robinson and stuff, and Ephraim and Pone. And then we can go back to Bay City and make the movie about how we lived. And me and Troy Jones, them can tell how Andrew Parks' daddy ran over dirt and how God allowed Andrew Parks to get hit right back. You know what I'm saying? Like paying his daddy back for what he did to his son, Dirt. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, I'm sorry that happened, Mr. Andrew Parks. I'm sorry them boys was out there throwing eggs, but it didn't make you want to go out there and kill them boys and say you was going to kill all of them. I had to take your son to bring you down. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, we're going to show how, you know, the coaches got jealous of Adam when he was coming through there all big and muscled up and looking good, and he was coaching his son, and his son was the best player in the league, making himself a legend in Little League. So, Jeremy, you was a legend. Let your son get that next crown. You know what I'm saying? Your son, the next legend. Mm-hmm. Even if he's just a Little League legend, that's what we want him to be, so he can decide what he want to do with his life when he get older. You know what I'm saying? But we here, man. We here. Thank you, Kai, y'all, for coming to the house. Mm-hmm. But God, you really something else. You love the whole world so much. But, you know, I have this fear. You know what I'm saying? Me being God and knowing what I say makes things happen. So if I can make an arm show up, I can make a leg show up, I can take a person apart and put them back together. I can take them from death and bring them back and give them life. I can keep them living forever. If I can turn them into a guinea pig and run out in front and show you, I can change them to 18 and you 21, Adam. And that's God talking. You know, not no man. I'm not Adam, I'm God. I'm Adam, but I'm God. I created him. He meaning created me, God, and then created him, meaning Adam. And then I created y'all, male and female. And I created he, meaning me, God. Then I created y'all. So when I killed y'all, it wasn't like I killed y'all. I killed y'all, and then the body went back to the dust where it came, and the spirit came back to me where it came. So you really didn't die. Just like now with Kobe and Gigi, we in God right now. Like me, this Whitney Houston, and this my daughter. You know what I'm saying? And how you doing, Bobby? You know what I'm saying? Everything we talked about when we was talking about God was true about God. But we had to judge and accuse of the devil against us. You know what I'm saying? But we here now, Bobby. And you gonna be here. And we gonna see you again. You know what I'm saying? But you gonna be 18. God gonna be 21. And we all gonna be 18 because we have no idea how to live in heaven, in the new heaven and the new earth. We have no idea. So we got to learn from a 21-year-old, Adam LaTroy Jackson. And he going to remember, but he did it already.
When it comes to increasing your business's visibility online, posting quality blog content on a consistent basis.
Pre-order the God Box right now. Like, I need you to do that. Go and download Before the Box, because I get into my political mind state and trying to figure out how we can help our people. And then I leave and be like, well, I didn't sell nothing. And if I don't sell nothing, it don't matter. Oh, and you can follow me on Twitter, it's not the real no more. I got David Banner. It's just David Banner now. Instagram is David Banner Likes Pictures. I had to put that in there because I never had him a business.
All right, that's all. You know what? I'm not even going to ask you that. Let's have some fun. Tell me why you picked David Banner, not Bruce Banner, not the Hulk. You know what? Why David Banner?
Because it sounded better when I rapped it.
Okay.
But that name was actually given to me. Okay, I thought it was corny. I have a clinical anger problem. I really do. But again, like I told you before, I do transcendental meditation. I train mixed martial arts. I do a lot of woosah shit now. I go and sit at the top of the mountains. What's funny is if people knew me, and I'm enough of a man to admit it, I'm a fucking nerd. I think if I was brought up in a better environment, I probably would have been a scientist or a philosopher. Or I really like physics now. Like I'm thinking about going back to college for physics. I started reading physics, and physics is fucking amazing to me. But I was raised in Jackson, Mississippi. You feel me? So music is, was the only thing that really
Jackson, Mississippi. Just a coincidence. God is Jackson.
Video games. I just played Uncharted 4. That's the fucking shit. My favorite television show is Gotham. Yeah, I love fucking Gotham. Anyway,
well, let me ask you this. You seen Daredevil yet on Netflix?
I started watching Daredevil. Let me tell you something. This is going to be surprising coming from David Banner. I don't dig violence anymore.
It is very violent.
The only thing that I ever, recently, once I started meditating and had a lot of violence, was Dexter. The reason why I like Dexter, because there was a method to his madness. It was scientific. Like, you had to do 3 things in order for him to murder you. Once you did the 3 things, you totally murdered your family. But with me, what I realized is that our brains are transmitters. And literally, what you think and what you say, you call out to the universe. So one of the reasons why our situations in America as black people is so fucked up is because that's all we're bombarded with. So if you say, I'm going to die tonight, I'm going to die tonight, I'm going to die tonight, your thoughts, you are the God of your thoughts. And it's going to go out in the universe and materialize and bring what you say back to you. Cash Money said, I'm a cash money millionaire, I'm a cash money millionaire, I'm a cash money millionaire. And then when it materialized, it came back. So I'm being very honest with you, bro. Which I try to always be honest, but my life is magical now, dude. I barely go after things anymore. Like, I eat, I live what I rap about, and it comes to me. Success comes to me. I don't even reach out for it anymore. That's all I think about. That's what I dream about. Stuff I talk about on my records is what I fucking live. Like, you've been knowing me, Chuck. I've been the same person since me and P was on stage back in the day. I've been talking about the same, but the difference was back then is I would leave there and go to the strip club.
Right.
I would leave there and be fighting and drinking and some of the stuff I enjoy. But we talk about that. That's another session, homie. But I really live it. Like, dude, when I leave, dude, I'm climbing a mountain. I'm going somewhere and do yoga, bro. I'm like, for half of my career, like half of the time since you've been on, I've been vegan, I've been vegetarian, but a lot of these dudes who out here lying to these children, they doing the same shit too. That's why their life is manifesting the way that they are, but they're telling you something different.
Right.
You feel me? I just happen to be a little bit more transparent.
Right.
So, but me explaining to you about Daredevil, it was too violent. I don't play violent video games. I don't listen to a whole bunch of violent music. I listen to stuff that brings positive things to me. And I promise you, man, even my career, like, I'm fucking awesome. I can't keep a God Box t-shirt in You know, just about everywhere I speak, it's 1,000 people wrapped around. I just came from Philly. We did an in-store. I haven't done a fucking in-store in 10 years. And Black and Nobel, like, dude, people couldn't even get in and move around. Like, dog, that is fucking cosmic, bro. So, like, I try to only feed my mind what I want to see in my life.
So, do you see yourself as that next Black leader? Because, we don't have one that really speaks to the current generation. We have older school.
Can I ask you a question? Every Black leader that you've seen in recent history that was really for the people, what happened to them?
They got killed.
They got killed. Or they got castrated. If you look at, we were just talking about this, you don't think that is strange if they don't kill them and they have Parkinson's or they all fucked up, and we're melanated people. We're built for this earth.
Right.
So why are all our leaders like either all fucked up and have a disease, and they talk about drugs and shit. They always put drugs on us. Fucking Eric Clapton snorted half of Peru. Fucking Ozzy Osbourne did heroin mixed with bat blood. You feel me? All of them, bro. Like, and they're not built for this earth like that. So why are they not dying at the same rate? The fucking Rolling Stones probably will die tomorrow. But they even still tour.
Right.
But if you rap and you overage, oh man, you too old to be rapping. That's all this mindset that I'm telling you about. So just to answer the question in short, do I see myself as a leader? No. Why would anybody want to be a Black leader? Black people don't support people that do good things for them. This is just me. And if you notice,
man, you ain't never lying, David Banner. Black people, all white people, do not support Black leaders. And I ain't gonna say it's that they do not support Black leaders. Shit, no. They'd have supported me if I'd have said I was a white president. You know what I'm saying? Oh, they'd be wrapped around my finger. No, they won't, God. This David Banner. You a lie. I'm sorry, David Banner. I'm just, talking. But you probably won't do that shit if I was white. Shit, you probably talk shit and be God your goddamn self, because I'd be David Banner then if I was a white man. But David Banner, don't worry about your past. Don't worry about your future. You are a Black leader. You are a Black leader. But when you start talking with God Adam LaTroy Jackson in your mouth, and you God Adam LaTroy Jackson from Jackson, Mississippi, and you put them two together, how come Jackson, Mississippi is Jackson, Mississippi, and God came as Adam LaTroy Jackson and David Banner from Jackson, Mississippi? Now you put all that together and you show me the shit I did for you in Jackson, Mississippi. You know what I'm saying? This God, David Banner.
People never talk about this. Have you ever noticed when I don't have a project out, I'm usually not that political? You want to know why? Because I feel like it's not my time. When it's my time, I just do me. One of the bad things about my career, and actually, believe it or not, Tip showed me this, and he didn't even know he showed me this. Every time I was in the spotlight, I had the #1 single in the nation. Something crazy happened. Whether it was Katrina, whether it was fighting against politics, whether it was our First Amendment rights. Every time I had a popping song, I just chose to do something better with my time in the spotlight. People want me to lead. I don't want to be your leader. I want to teach you how to think. Because all they're going to do is kill somebody or castrate them or use the media to manipulate how you feel about them. It was funny, and I'm just going to speak about this really quick. They were trying to bash Umar about the girl. Dog, and can I just say it like I want to? Dude, the dude got him some pussy, so the fuck what? We grown ass men, he got some pussy. Whether he told the truth or not, you ain't perfect.
You ain't gotta explain that shit.
Blow on the side of getting some pussy.
Yeah.
Be out here raping kids and shit like the rest of these fucking white folks doing. Killing Black folks. Like your pension fucking gone. You don't have no fucking pension, no Social Security. He got him some pussy.
Yeah.
Between you and I, the homies be in the background, and ladies, they always loudy. We be high-fiving. He got him some pussy, dog.
Got him
I don't know if I
some
would have done
shit.
her, but he got some.
That's what I'm talking about, man. Ain't nobody worried. God ain't worried about no man getting him some pussy shit. Damn. Y'all, that's the devil. That's the accuser. Man, he accused a whole bunch of simple ass shit. And y'all accuse yourself of that shit. Like Adam and Eve. What was the first thing they accused? Themselves of being naked. Tried to cover themselves up. You can't hide the soul. The soul gonna be seen whether the spirit, the flesh ain't seen or not. I ain't gotta show your flesh. When I shoot the movie, I shoot the soul and spirit. Which one of them doing something? Because it's a good Diane that loved Adam and was in the house with Adam, while the bad Diane with the flesh was out there doing wrong and cheating on him while she was supposed to be at work. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? You got a good Diane and you got a bad Diane. And the movie gonna tell the whole truth on all that stuff. Up to date too, Daddy. Don't change your life. It's gonna look real bad for you, and the truth gonna show you, not a lie.
Pussy, so fucking what? That has nothing to do with his moral code. He's a grown-ass alpha man. I applaud that. Now, the decisions, you can judge that on your own. But like, dog, I fucking applaud that. So for me as being a leader, do I just want to live my life? And kids be like, okay, he's about what he's about. And that's the only reason why I think there's a difference between the Like a Pimp David Banner and me now. It's not necessarily the music. It's just that now, because you, like I was telling you before, I've always been talking about the same thing. People don't listen. The only difference now is I'm literally living. So people can feel it. I'm not just talking revolution, I live it.
Talk about the political landscape. Do we have a candidate that we can vote on, or does it matter? Let me ask you that. Does it matter? Because a lot of people are opting out this election cycle because we don't see a viable candidate.
I think that's a cop out. I personally do. What people do with their personal, like I don't like talking about other artists. I don't like to talk about other people's decisions. It's your decision. I don't really give a fuck. I can only give you my rationale of why I do what I do. Same answer about being a leader. Because everybody wants to tell everybody else what to do. You don't know if you're fucking right. That's why I hate all these evangelists trying to tell me about God. You don't know God. You don't know one person that died and came back. Everything you're telling me about religion is a fucking story. And most of the people that you want me to praise, who is the richest man that ever lived? Any of y'all know? No, who's the richest man that ever lived? He's a black man. He's African.
Sure is. He is. It is. It is. It is.
I won't even give you the answer. Come on.
Yeah.
Just read. Just read.
It's in there. It's somewhere, and it's a black
His name is
man.
Mansa Musa.
Okay.
Yeah.
His name is Mansa Musa.
You
Mansa
made us
Musa.
all feel dumb.
Mansa Musa,
No, but it
ignorant
is.
man that ever lived. You can go and find coins of Mansa Musa. You can go find stuff, real pictures of him. You can go find stuff and statues of him. Most of the religious people that folks tell us about, you can't go find nothing on them folks.
You can find something on Adam
But it
Jackson,
hurts
goddamn.
that most of the stuff that black people believe in. I remember hearing something one time. John Henry Clark said
God,
something
Adam
that
Jackson
he
motorcycle.
said black people
Boost.
are more religious than people who gave us our
That's
religion.
right. Boost.
That's true. You know, whether it's from a white perspective or Arab perspective, we are more religion than the people who gave us our two.
But isn't that almost because of our spirituality to some degree?
Now, this is what I want, man. You had your Evil Knievel with his motorcycle back in the day. That motorcycle, that's Evil Knievel, that's outdated. But I want the same mechanical insides and the same makeup as the crank to the motorcycle as the Evil Knievel. Same thing. Evil Knievel was made. I want that same motorcycle made for Ghost Rider. Ghost Rider is God Adam LaTroy Jackson, nicknamed Pick on his stuff, but he really Ghost Rider on his stuff. But he pick Ghost Rider. You know what I'm saying? Put pick above it and put Ghost Rider below it. And then all over his jacket, put Action, Satisfaction, the main attraction, Jackson. And that's Ghost Rider. That's a new toy for kids. It's a street bike racer. And he is the United States King. He's God Almighty. He won it fair and square from the guy that had the title down here in Brazoria County. And that was the biggest person that I raced that everybody had their hopes on beating me. And he didn't win, so I'm the King of Texas. Now, King of Cali, come find me. King of New York, come find me. Bring your booster, your ZX14, and bring me a booster GSXR 1400 with 1399 cc's. That's my street bike for Ghost Rider. And make a motorcycle for, it's like a booster, but I don't want the booster to have that ugly tail end that it's got now. I want it to be more like a Suzuki everything with the motor. And then I want it to be more like a cross between a ZX14 and a ZX14 and a booster. I want it to be a cross from a ZX14 to be a booster. Yeah, I want it to be a cross from a ZX14 and a booster, between a ZX14 and a booster. Looking more like the ZX14, but with a different style seat, more booster style seat. You know what I'm saying? Where you got your passenger seat separated from your driver's seat. So it's a two-piece. You know what I'm saying? Instead of one whole piece and you take that whole thing off and that seat is two-piece seat. A one whole seat, you know what I'm saying? I don't like that. That's ugly to me. That's ugly on the Kawasaki. That's why I don't want a ZX14. I wouldn't mind getting one and racing booster to 14, but I don't like the look. You know what I'm saying? That's why I stay away from it. But make a cross between the ZX14 and make it a GSXR 1400 Suzuki. You know what I'm saying? And Yamaha, try to copy that style and come up with a monster for Yamaha. And Honda, you got the Hurricane. You used to have the Hurricane, but man, you know, can't no Hurricane 1000 beat no GSXR 1000. Come on up with the Hurricane, man, and make the Hurricane something real so Will can get that. And Will, what's up, man? Shit, Will, that's somebody else I wanted to race a long time ago, but me and Will never did lock up and race. That's when I had the Eliminator, and Will had a Hurricane 1000, but he came up to race me. We was gonna race and stuff, we never did. So Will, get you a motorcycle, man. I know you like them cars, but get a car too. But get a motorcycle too, so you can get in there and practice and let Paris and Chiquita and Terry see who the real Will and the real Adam is. You know what I'm saying? And see who can be the king of this county. You know what I'm saying? It might switch out sometime. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to win everything all the time, but my body and my mind is ready to go. You know what I'm saying? So Suzuki and Yamaha and Kawasaki and Honda and Harley, I want y'all to support God's ministry by being the church You know what I'm saying? I want the motorcycles to be the church because the motorcycles needed more from God than cars, people in cars. Because motorcycles, you hit the ground, I'm coming to get you most of the time. You know what I'm saying? So, motorcycle clubs, I rate you better because you love God more than the people in the church. You know, people in the church, they had God and they thought since they went to the church, they was automatically God, but they could come out there and judge everybody of their right and wrongs, which made them fall off. You can't judge nobody of nothing. You know what I'm saying? God is God. And me and David Banner both are leaders. Young people, you listen to David Banner and you listen to God, Adam LaTroy Jackson. You know what I'm saying? We both right. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, David Banner.
Well, my spirituality or our aptitude to be gullible, one or the other. You can take your pick. People don't want. Like, I'm just gonna tell you how I feel. I'm much too grown now and make too much money to play with folks. Like, I went up to BET, told them that like they wanted me to do this video and pitch it to some of the higher ups about having some better programming. I was like, dude, the folks not gonna listen to you until you can show them numbers.
Right.
Like I'm not gonna sit up here and beg. I'm gonna go shoot something, make it hot. If they want to buy it, they gotta buy it. Right. If they don't, then you keep it moving. Right. I'm gonna tell you this, and be sure to keep this. Rich black people are not gonna help poor black people. I'm gonna tell you why. You do have certain ghosts in the machine. There's always exceptions to the rule. But think about this. They got rich with the system being exactly the way it is. Right. Why would they change now? Right. Especially with us not supporting people who do. I go back to that. Everybody that's ever made the sacrifice for black people, they left them out there. Everybody screaming, Pac, Biggie, Pac, Biggie. Y'all don't give a fuck about Pac and Biggie. Ain't none of y'all motherfuckers. Y'all know who killed Pac. You know who killed Biggie. Get the fuck out of here. As much as motherfuckers pillow talk around these damn brawls, you know somebody know who the fuck killed Pac. Get the fuck out of here. Motherfucker stole your dope. I bet you killing everybody. People don't give a fuck about each other, bro. I know that. I know, dude. I'm gonna tell you something that I know, and I never said this in. I know I'm out this bitch by myself. I know that I have people around me that'll walk a little bit further than other people, but them people only walk with me because they believe in the same thing. Whether it was me or somebody else, I walk with people that believe in the same shit that I believe in. But dude, man, historically, black people have shown each other that they'll fucking leave you out the cold. Malcolm family is fucked up. Martin's family, for the most part, are fighting over memorabilia.
Hey, bro.
Man, if black people just gave $1, all black people, and we split it up, 50 Cent Malcolm, 50 Cent Martin, and gave it to their families, we won't even give a fucking dollar. You remember when I did the 2-in-1 movement? Dude, I had everybody on that bitch from Chris Brown to A$AP Rocky, and I only asked for $1. Most of the comments I got, well, what you gonna do with the dollar? What the fuck?
Yeah.
This is all, and I laid out to you what I was gonna do with the money. And didn't I come back and shoot Walking with Gods like I promised? Yeah, I did it.
Definitely.
Yeah. Like, are you fucking serious? And then they turn around and say, why don't you do more for the community? Get the fuck out of here, dog. Are you fucking serious?
Yeah, you're right about that.
And 9 times out of 10, you sell crack. Right. Like, I'm serious. The people that criticize you the most is usually the people who are not doing shit.
Right.
I mean, they're not doing nothing. Are you fucking serious? But, I mean, just on a lighter note, man, I will say this, that it is changing. Right. And that these kids, man, when I go out and speak, bro, I'm serious, bro. Like, I was walking up to Juniors.
Cheesecake?
Yeah, because I remember Mano was rapping about it in one of my songs.
Right.
And so I was like, well, let me go check this Juniors out. Dude, I walked up, the dude walked up to me, he was like, yo, son, Barack pushed hope. Reagan pushed dope. Clinton pushed something down a young gal's throat. Word. I was like, oh.
Hey, now hold on. I want to talk to the Suzuki, the Yamaha, the Honda, and the Kawasaki motorcycles, and the Harleys, Really, we free now but we gonna keep a price tag on the bikes. You know what I'm saying? And they gonna go up more because the bikes save your life. You know what I'm saying? When you enjoy riding on two wheels. And the bike is God. The bike is built by gods, and the bike is God. That bike got to do what you need it to do. When you push left, it need to go right. You know what I'm saying? And I said that right. That's the way you turn a motorcycle going fast. And you got to go around the corner real fast. You turn the opposite direction. You push the opposite direction because you don't turn a motorcycle. You just push a little bit and it leans the opposite direction and goes the opposite direction. If you need to go left, you push right. You know what I'm saying? You take your right hand and push. You push left. If you need to go left, you push left and you'll dip left. But the bike, you get on a bicycle, you think you need to turn the way the road's going. But if you're on a motorcycle, you're going fast and you turn that way, it's going to make you go the way you're trying not to go and almost wreck, like I almost wrecked one time. And I had to ask my cousin what I'd done wrong. And he asked me what was I doing. And I told him I turned and I tried to turn, but I was pushing the wrong way and I kept going toward the curb. And then I had to put my foot on the curb and then I came out the curb and I didn't know what I was doing wrong to keep going the other way because I was trying to turn it like a bicycle. But you can't turn a fast motorcycle like a bicycle. You got to push the opposite direction to go the way you need to go. You know, you need to turn right. You need to push like you're going to push to the left. You're going to have to push the right hand to the left to go right because you push and it dips down. You know what I'm saying? To go the way you need to go. But I need to talk to all y'all motorcycle shops and manufacturers because I need to be sponsored. You know what I'm saying? I already gave y'all all the money in the world. So now things are free. And now I want a motorcycle, which shouldn't be a problem when I come up there and show you this video and just talk to you and tell you right what I'm going to tell you now. I want you to sponsor me, you know, help me, become partners with me. And we all got the money. So we just going to go out and build 8-mile tracks and quarter-mile tracks in different cities. In the cities that's already got the 8-mile track and the quarter-mile track, we gonna come to all those cities different times and have big races. You know what I'm saying? And God himself is in this. And he smoke, but he not smoke. He Ghost Rider that's looking to race against smoke, the real smoke. If he's still living and still live in California, I like to race it. You know what I'm saying? And all y'all good dudes in Dallas I used to hear about, I want to race y'all. You know what I'm saying? All over the world, I want to race. And that's what I want to do. And I want to build racetracks, motorcycle community. And I'd like all the motorcycle clubs to get in with us. We all got the money. So the motorcycle clubs and motorcycle shops, y'all come see Church God. That's the new church, motorcycle clubs. Because they need God protection more than the church do. You know what I'm saying? If you just walking around and you ain't doing nothing wrong, then you really don't need God's help. You not doing nothing wrong and you doing it yourself. You know what I'm saying? I'm here for those who are sick, that need the doctor, that do sin. Because I'm the one that go to tell the devil to shut the hell up and stop judging and accusing them people. And you know ain't nothing wrong with having sex. You know what I'm saying? Or drinking or smoking weed. You know what I'm saying? But I want to get with y'all and have some fun, you know what I'm saying? Go to the club afterwards, you know what I'm saying? After we race, in the same, right? In the same stadium. You got nightclubs for everybody. You got whatever kind of rock and roll or whatever your taste is, we figure out the taste and we put like 5 nightclubs in that one area for different types of music and different types of people. And then we'll have the age club, and the ages are 12 to 17, and then 18 and up. You know what I'm saying? We ain't on, old men gonna like to mingle with them young girls now. Mm-hmm. And older women gonna like to mingle with them young boys. That's all it is. Old mama love them young boys. Shoot. Mama's friends and stuff. Yeah. But man, shoot. Just get at me in motorcycle shops. I'm gonna write y'all some emails and stuff, and I'm gonna drop down some ideas to you. And then, me and you get together and we own everything all over the world. And we're gonna be racing motorcycles all over the world. We're gonna have a few tracks in China. Shit, we're gonna let them see God come over there and race their good motorcycles. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna have tracks in Germany. So most of us from the United States gonna move over there together anyway, because I'm gonna get a group of followers, not followers, but partners, because I don't believe in followers. You was following me when I was Jesus, but I don't believe in followers. I believe in partners now, because we got everything and it's God's, and you know who God is. He walking around as Adam LaTroy Jackson now. When this body is over, you will know who I become next. You know what I'm saying? So, come on, David Banner.
Oh, well, since you're talking about roasts, white folks, what you know about roasts? Like, literally, he sung it to me in the street. So, like, I was even thinking about that when I was on Spotify. Like, dude, like, Greg T's from iTunes, he called me and was like, yo, dude, what the fuck are you doing? I was like, no, what are you talking about? He's like, dude, you're creating, like, this Grateful Dead movement. Like, he's like, we went and studied. Like, we're watching people literally give dissertations in your comment sections. And, like, literally people having, like, on iTunes, if you go to the God box, it got 5.5 stars. So I was wondering, like, why the fuck this shit ain't 5 stars in classic? It was literally white folks going in giving me 1s, saying, you're racist, you're racist, you're racist. So you had the black folks giving me 5s and white folks giving me 1s, and it was bringing me down a 1/2 star. But it made me think that's even doper. Because if nothing else, people are having, like, literally this dope religious / political conversation over an album that's not even released yet.
Right.
That's
crazy.
ill.
That's crazy.
That's ill, bro.
Yeah, man. But yeah, David Banner, man. David Banner. I want you to be a part of this motorcycle thing, man. You don't have to race. You can get a bike and get it fixed up and get somebody else, not hire somebody, but partnership with a young fella, get somebody on your team that know how to race motorcycles. But go to Jackson, Mississippi and look up your motorcycle clubs and find out where they race and the tracks they go to. And then let them know that God got a motorcycle club for all motorcycle clubs. And I'm gonna get another name for another motorcycle, and I'm gonna cross it up between all the motorcycles, and I'm gonna make it another name, and it's gonna be like something like Jazira or Jazai, but it's gonna be for a motorcycle. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be a bad motherfucker too. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be badder than the Booster. It ain't gonna be badder than the Booster. I'm gonna keep the Booster as a king, but I'm gonna make it another king that's just as good as the Booster, but not as better. Like Jesus told you when I was Jesus, like I told you. You can be as the master. You can't be greater than the master, but you can be as the master. If you listen to the master, use what the master say, put it with your stuff, and then remember not to judge and accuse. That's the only way you can kill, steal, and destroy is judge and accuse people. And now you got everything across the board, equality in money, in life, in the worthiness of God. You know God's pet peeve is he don't like judging and accusing. And he loves motorcycle racing. So let's get some stuff together for the motorcycle racing. You know what I'm saying? So we can do our thing. Motorcycle racing. Let me go to motorcycle racing talk. Boy, shit. Man, somebody the fastest shit, man. Yeah, let me see. See the police versus motorcycles. See, police won't let motorcycles try to race. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's what I like about the motorcycle. Champs of shit
If you
talk.
were born before 1970 and are paying more than $48 a month for car insurance,
be on there.
you need to see.
And I told them that. They said he changed the sprocket, and he didn't know it. I 60-footed him. I 330'd him. My bike's 30 years old. It's 1981.
Ain't no lane choice. Ain't my track. This ain't your track. Ain't no lane choice. Give me a coin and flip it. Is you gonna flip it? Okay, flip it in. Come on.
It's older than dinosaurs. Who do you beat? I'm the mayor. Who you beat? Jeff Kohler. Who you beat? You sheriff. Keith Dennis got his ass fired.
Give me the coin. Flip it. I guess back off me. I like when y'all boys never beat me. Come on, flip it. Got no coin. You say I get lane choice. Man, look. I said it's gonna be no.
He still thinks he's the fucking sheriff. But I'm the mayor. He's done. He's done. Oh, they changed my sprocket on me. He's on the trailer. He traded me, but I 60-footed him. I 330'd him to the 1,000. But I won.
Give me the back. Now look at you, man. Tyree, come here. Give me the Tyree. Nigga, I said it's loud as a motherfucker. Matter of fact, I said that wrong. Give me the back down in the break.
I got Battle of the Legends. For the last 20 years, everybody wanted to know who's the best, who has the best punch hand in the sport.
Sean, what happened at the light on that run, man?
I don't know. There's so many people standing in front. You know, I need my ladder. I can get on my ladder. I'm like you.
You got straight through you out. You got a driver's license?
I got one guy that can show you.
You got to take one.
It is. You got the back. You got the back side. Just go ahead and get fucked up right now.
That's your motorcycle. My brother can say that's your motorcycle.
That's not my fight. I got to go speak to him in the back of the road. I got
So you speak to him in the
my bike out here. I said what the fuck I was. That's they got their bike. My bike ain't got your ride ain't couple. Y'all ain't doing shit. You know he tell me. I'm like, I pull your car.
Y'all stay.
We tired of all of them.
Y'all at home.
Yeah, it don't matter.
We bring them at nobody race. We bring them at nobody race.
race. All right. Let's go ahead and show you what time it is right now.
Hey, man, that Jeezy bike? Hey, man, that's something serious.
Hey, make lethal, man. Get down. Just like me. The last time I ran, we're getting on, niggas. Motherfucker, I bought my own, but work on your bike. Get on, shit. Goddamn, you made more than one of them motherfuckers. I know we ain't gonna get one.
Hey, you show.
Maryland.
It's a girl about to get hot.
14 hours.
Y'all can drive an hour and bring a bike down here.
Oh, we just have to turn around and take it back. We should have made a lethal injection.
Hey, man, who y'all got some working on tonight?
Probably carry around Cobra Commander.
Yeah.
One of the bikes from the HTV camp.
That's what's up, player.
Hey, then what we're gonna start doing? We're gonna put it out here by your tent. You're gonna take a pictures with it.
Yeah.
We want $2 a shot.
Man, I appreciate you for coming way down here, man. I know you all been Maryland way. You know, come to bed, I'll spread the grass bike down here. It's nice, man.
We do. Mike Paparazzi, always look up for us.
Hey, man, I appreciate the love, player. Alabama.
Everybody good. Wilson's gonna have to. That's why I'm from Richmond. They ain't gonna do nothing about Rock. If you're looking for another race. I'm giving look at that nigga over there, the ram thing. He like Mrs. 1C and the bitch 205 Mike. But they stuck into here.
Yeah. That's it there. Come up, bring that song going up. Let that song gonna do its thing. About 3-4 gigs, then it come down on its own. Yeah. You know, on that motorcycle, man, when you take off from the line with that sticky track, you know what I'm saying, with that sticky tar on that track, it bite them tires, especially when you got that bad bike and it's got them good tires on there, them race tires, and it's sticking on the track. And then when that motor break loose, them back tires, man, you gone. And then it's biting and it's gripping and it's going to get that next bite, man, and them tires good. And man, that motorcycle gonna come up in a wheelie and it's gonna do what it wanna do. You let it do what it wanna do because it's gonna go straight. As long as you launch it straight, it's gonna go straight. And you stay your gas, you stay your hand all the way full throttle, all the way. But when you first take off, you don't wanna go full throttle. You seen a man on a video do a wheelie and shit, the bike get away from him because he went full throttle on the gas too early. You know what I'm saying? You got to go kind of halfway, you know, like a little past halfway. And then when you get to second gear and go from first to second, it's going to come up in a wheelie. And then you instead of it, it's going to come up in a wheelie. And when it come up in a wheelie, that's when you go full throttle to make it break loose the back tire and then give it all the gas. And that's when you gonna start flying. And then it's gonna be like tunnel vision, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna be like everything gonna get straight ahead, you know what I'm saying? And then when it come up and you go to that second gear and you give it all that gas, it's gonna raise up a little bit more. And then that third gear is gonna be in a good little wheelie, but you don't get scared and get off of it, else it's gonna come down and you're gonna lose. So you let it go and just know that in fourth gear, it's gonna come down. And then when you come down in fourth gear and go to fifth gear, it's gonna still be spinning, but it ain't gonna raise up in fifth gear. It's home now. Heaven is fifth gear. Sixth gear is the winning circle. You know what I'm saying? Heaven is fifth gear, and the winning circle. Now heaven is fourth gear when that sun gonna come down. That's because when it come up, you leaving earth. You know what I'm saying? When it come up in that wheelie, you leaving the earth. And then when it come down in fourth gear, you have landed in heaven. And then that fifth gear, you just seeing the scenery of winning. And then when you get to the winning circle in sixth gear, you won. You know what I'm saying? And you leave the other side of the track in heaven. See, you in earth when you start, but when you finish, you in heaven. Either you the winner or you the loser. Either you first or second. You know what I'm saying? Either way, you both in heaven. Because that's the way we gonna do. I love them high boosters. And I love y'all. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna keep on, watching y'all. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Come on with it. Shit. So I'm gonna get my bike. Shit. God gonna be back on the track. You know what I'm saying? And Diane, you can give my bike away to somebody and try to get it fixed up for you to get somebody to ride for you and race me. Or give it to Xavier, like I said. Let Xavier fix it up. Let me fix it up for Xavier so that Xavier can get out there and race me. You know what I'm saying? I know he almost big enough to ride it now. You know what I'm saying? He can have it. Can't no other man or nothing have my motorcycle. It'll be a curse to them because it came from God Almighty. It's a holy bike and should be passed down to grandson, not no nigga. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. We coming. I'm coming. I'm coming to the track, y'all. Daddy. Yeah. Light.
When I stand on the wall, this man will lock that tick right. We gonna lock that tick right next week. You've been riding 14 all day. Short was up in the air. So what? You've been getting seat time. I rode all day on you. You go with this bitch like it was stock wheelbase. That's the best statement I ever heard. I mean, you the man. I like him. We're gonna try it. He told. He said we're just gonna make a man. You want a man? You want to knock on the top? No. My temp. No, you're not the man. Not me. That is the man. Yeah, I didn't need. Bet money. What, 5 pounds? Bet money. Yeah. 150. Yeah. Okay, and I'm 152. Just so who the heavy is he? Okay, 500 pounds. Well, damn, who the heavy? What, 8 pounds? I guess who's the heavy? 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 Underdog.
Yeah, showing the race, y'all.
Are vegans healthy? Are vegetarians healthy? French fries and beer are vegan, so you tell me. But seriously, they eat.
dedicate this to Brian, NHDRO. A couple days ago on Facebook, he said, who would win, Dustin Lee or Jeremy Teasley? Two of the best. You guys, we're just exchanging stories now about what it's like every time you race each other. Tell me what you were just saying, Dustin.
It's a knockdown drag out every time. I mean, he's a hell of a racer, and I look up a lot, I guess, but we always have great races.
What was your light there, Jeremy?
I got lucky and had 008.
008. So you told me before, when you race Dustin, you know you gotta come at it, right?
Put it in a little bit.
Wow.
You can't have 30.
And Dustin, you were saying your strategy was you thought he might be just a touch conservative.
Normally he don't kill it like I do, so I think I flinched. But anyway, that's no excuse. I was 32 or 6 and dead on, and he was 00 and 1 above. It was a hell of a race. It always is. Always. Everything.
It certainly is. How about what's it like racing Dustin here so often? Every sanction you go to, you guys are always there at the end.
Yeah, you never know who's going. Never know when light. I go through. You look both of them. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. I used to look at his, and if it don't go, if anybody wants to sponsor some lipo, I'll go run some pro stuff. But right now, I'm too fat.
Hey, you know what? Diversity makes for great drag racing. So thank you guys. Good job, both of you. Dustin Lee, Jeremy Teasley. What a race.
Mm-hmm.
It was a day that began with excitement, that almost ended in tragedy. The goal was to take my Suzuki Hayabusa street bike 20 miles up the road to Auto Club Dragway to get my NHRA competition license. I had no idea I'd come about 4 feet from being crushed by an out-of-control car that came from the fast lane into the exit lane.
This is Fontana. Yeah, why don't you take that thing up there and get out of here? Holy moly. I'm sorry, what?
Thank God, in this particular incident, no one was harmed. And thank God I had my girlfriend riding behind me in a car so that we could be more comfortable when we got to the racetrack. I'm glad she was not on the back of the motorcycle. This man came from the fast lane. I don't know if he missed his exit. I don't know if he lost control. But he came about 4 feet from crushing me at about 80 or 90 miles an hour.
Expected all the adrenaline to come at the racetrack, not 2 miles before the racetrack. That was the scariest thing that's ever happened to me in 30 plus years of motorcycle racing, riding. I'm really lucky I got a guardian angel. He's about 4 feet in front of me when he came across at speed, 80, 90 miles an hour. Then I had to floor it again to avoid the ricochet. Got a guardian angel up there today. Thank you, dear Lord. Woo.
Now it was time to jump back onto the bike, say a prayer of thanks, and go to the drag strip where it's safe. Seriously, guys, I'll break 140 miles an hour easily at the racetrack, but you know that nobody's going to come from the fast lane and pull off a maneuver like that. I was feeling very fortunate and very thankful that everyone involved was okay. Now, here's one of the strange things. Look at the paint job on that car. There's some kind of amateur blood paint job. That is not the man's blood. That is his very poor paint job. So it gave me quite a scare. When I ran down to make sure he was okay, all I saw was the airbag deployed and blood on the car. I thought the man was bleeding. Thank goodness he wasn't. I think EMS thought the same thing. I asked the guy what happened. He said he had a suspension failure in the fast lane that caused him to come across the exit lane into the guardrail. I don't know what happened. Like I said, he might have just missed his exit and tried to compensate and ended up losing control. But all this had me ready to go, guys. Be careful. This one was certainly scary. It was a welcome sight to pull into Auto Club Speedway. And the goal for the day, again, turned to getting my NHRA competition license. This is a safety measure by the National Hot Rod Association. If you go into the 9s with a motorcycle, you're going to need a license. To get a license, you have to fill out some paperwork. You have to make a total of 6 passes. The first 4 are short. You do a couple shut-off passes. On one of the last passes, you shut off at 1,000 feet. The key is the last 2 have to be in the 9s. Not a problem for most Hayabusa riders, but remember, I'm about 200 pounds. and this is a stock wheelbase bike, so I do have to be on my game. I'm still learning. I'm still new at this. It's such an incredible challenge. It's so much fun. I figured if I could somehow salvage this day and end up earning my NHRA license, all would be well. It would end well. Here comes pass number 1. Shut it off, 10:26. As you can see, my adrenaline was running a little high. Made a mistake. Wheelie, that was to be expected, but I knew it was time to get back in the zone and focus on getting this thing in the 9s. Now, I've been around drag bikes my whole life. A lot of people have asked. They say, why don't you put a long swing arm on that thing? Why don't you put an air shifter on that thing? And my response is this. I want to learn in the most difficult form possible. I figure learn like this, and everything else will be easy. I can always stretch the bike out. I can always change it. I can always go to a drag setup. The only thing I have right now is the Brock's Performance Stage 1 kit and the Brock's Performance exhaust, which has made a huge, and I mean huge difference. If you've ever competed on a stock wheelbase bike, leave me your feedback, your tips, your comments. Shut it off a little early, still went at 10:05. I knew I needed to put some 9s on the board if I wanted to get the license. And of course, when you do go in the 9-second zone, you need the boots, you need the proper safety gear, you need a Snell-approved helmet, full leathers. That's why I have on my Trimtex leathers.
Yeah. You need to come out of that hole like,
Finally got a 9 on the board. Still need some work on the launch. As you can tell, that's going to take some time, and I appreciate all the great advice that I've gotten from so many experts. It's fun. I'm hooked.
Let's go.
Didn't avoid the wheelie there, unfortunately, but still actually picked up. Got it to go at 989. This is the great thing about a street bike, is you can bring it right back and hot lap it a couple times when the run is fresh in your mind, and try not to repeat mistakes. And for those of you wondering what the Brock Stage 1 kit is, it's a lowering link, it is a strap kit, it is also a clutch modification to eliminate the back torque limiter and the chatter you'll get with a stock Busa. Well, the good news is we made it.
Jack, we want to know how those nachos taste.
All is well that ends. Okay? It was a crazy day. Started out almost getting killed by a car coming off the 10 in California, but ended the day with 6 passes, the last 2 in the 9s, so we are officially licensed. You need a license to run out here in California to be in the 9s. All is well that ends well. How's money? These nachos taste a little sweeter today after what we were subject to. It's a little scary out there, but guardian angel looking over.
motorcycle drag. Hopefully you did well.
Yes, indeed. Puts things in perspective, doesn't it? I got a long way to go as a rider, but I'm hooked. I'm having fun. If you're a new rider and you'd like to try this, leave me your feedback, and by all means, be safe out there on the road. Yes, I think a truck and a trailer is probably in my future. I'd hope to keep this motorcycle street legal, but I'll tell you, this particular incident has me thinking. I love to ride on the street. You just have to be so careful and keep your head on a swivel at all times. But thank God the day ended in joy with an NHRA license and really, really continued to put things in perspective. A couple weeks later, I was able to walk into the Mecca NHRA headquarters in Glendora with, how about that man right there, the Spider-Man, the world's quickest motorcycle drag racer, where I was handed an NHRA competition license. I'm on my way. I need a lot more laps, a lot more practice, but I am hooked, guys. Motorcycle drag racing is fun. Give it a try. Get the proper safety gear and stay safe out there, that's for sure.
You know, motorcycle drag racing is the most fun anybody can ever have. You know what I'm saying? Let me call my daughter, see what she doing. What's up, Knight? What you doing? Oh, guess what? You know what I can do? I can start a motorcycle club, and I can start it with everybody in the whole wide world. Just the motorcycle club of every motorcycle club. But my motorcycle club will be the head of all motorcycle clubs. And then I want to get a racetrack built. You know what I'm saying? I seen y'all got a racetrack down there in Dallas. I seen it coming in. But I want to get 2 racetracks built, the 8 mile and a quarter mile. And on different nights, we open up and do different things. But I'm going to get the motorcycle people to get with me and sponsor me. And that way we can build together and become partners, since everybody all got the same money. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, that's what I could do. You ain't got to take me to no bank or no car lot. Just take me to the motorcycle shop and let me make a deal with them to help me start my motorcycle tracks and my motorcycle club. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, sure. So you want to start a motorcycle club?
Huh?
You say you want to start a motorcycle club?
Yeah. You want to race motorcycles? Remember when I took you out to the track?
Yeah.
That was fun, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And there was a lot of people out there. That's something that a lot of people like, you know what I'm saying? Especially when you got riders like Lawrence Fishburne played that part of that dude named Smoke, you know what I'm saying, on Biker Boys. And if he get him a motorcycle, me and him can one day race, you know what I'm saying, and see who the real king is. Because right now, they got it looking like that dude stayed the king and he's still the king. But then, you know, now I'm here and I'm ready to race it. You know what I'm saying? Shoot. Then when I get a girlfriend, I'll be talking about motorcycle stuff instead of talking about God stuff. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to talk about God no more. We already at that point where we already good with that.
Right. We got real.
Huh?
I said, yeah, we gotta worry about that anymore.
Yeah, we ain't gonna worry about that no more. We're gonna be talking about motorcycles and stuff. And who gonna be this and who gonna be that. But I'm gonna try to get tracks made like out of 52 states, I'm gonna try to have a track made in every state. You know what I'm saying? I think it'll be best to have a track made in every state where we can visit different states, or like every other state, or at least out of 52 states, we can put tracks in at least 30 states, and then go from track to track, and then each track will represent a region, of this and a region of that. And then, it'd be on, you know what I'm saying? We just be out there racing. And then at the track, Nike, we gonna have like a club of 5 clubs. And they gonna be different clubs for different type of people. You know what I'm saying? You gonna have your club for gay people. You gonna have your club for regular people. You gonna have your strip club. You know what I'm saying?
Why you can't just have one club and y'all just party together?
Yeah, but it is a such thing as a club with different people, because Spanish people like to go to their club. Country and Western don't like rap. Remember?
But that's just something they got to accept coming to this track.
Yeah, you right. Yeah, you right. It could be one club. It could be one club.
Yeah, one club. You say like one night that they made it for, say, the country folk. You can have a country night.
A Zydeco night for the Zydeco people, the Cowboys.
Right. You can have different types of nights. Old school night.
Yeah.
Night, stuff like that.
Yeah. What's the name of it gonna be, Night? It's a motorcycle club, remember, but what's the name of it? You come up with clever names.
No. You gotta get your motorcycle first.
Yeah, I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna call the Suzuki place or the Yamaha place and talk to them. I'm just gonna talk to them.
No, you can't be. You don't work like that.
Huh?
I don't think it work like that.
What you mean? How I gotta work? I gotta have the money.
Yeah, you gotta have the money.
We ain't working with money no more. We ain't gonna even get in that subject no more, because we not gonna lie to that goddamn devil. Fuck that devil. We ain't got no money. We got all the money. So just think of something else to say, Miss Nike. This Suzuki. Your daddy can call us because he done already paid us. I'm just fucking around with Nike, man. Shit.
Up on that nigga already.
Y'all crazy. Man, well, let's stop playing with each other. Nike, I done already spoke the words, and you know what the word is. That's God. I'm tired of preaching. I don't want to preach no more. I want to ride motorcycle. How am I going to get the motorcycle? God said, give me the motorcycle. And give me my car and give me my truck so I can pull the motorcycle with a nice trailer and some computer equipment so I can test my motorcycle out on the computer before I put it on the track. That's all I want. And I want to travel from state to state, racing people from good states.
Yeah, I want to try it. I want to try riding the motorcycle racing.
Yeah, you small, Nike. You small. You could be like them women. Start pulling up women motorcycle drag races. And you'll see some women that you'll learn something from them women, huh? What you say?
I said when I had my two-door Altima. Remember when I had that two-door Altima?
Yeah.
We used to go on the back roads and race in that. I used to go on the back roads and race. Yeah.
Yeah.
But never really thought about. I've always wanted to get a motorcycle
Yeah.
and race with it, but
Just
before I got 2 wheels, I'm kind of scared.
yeah, but you just going straight. The track that you going on straight, you don't have to make no turns. And when you learn how to ride a motorcycle, I'll teach you how to make them turns going fast around curves, and it'll be easy to turn. You know what I'm saying? I know all the stuff about motorcycles. When I teach you how to ride, then you'll be a good rider. But like you and Champ, y'all about the same size. It'll be hard to know who gonna win out of you and Champ. It depends on who get their motorcycle fixed up different. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have your motorcycle fixed up better to beat Champ because Champ's so small. You know what I'm saying? Champ a little bitty dude. And Champ, if he race, he'll be winning a lot.
I'm gonna put that Nas on my motorcycle.
Yeah, that's what you need now.
Put that Nas on that way when he thinks he's winning, I'm gonna hit that brake.
Yeah. Yeah.
He was seeing that pink ghost flying.
Yeah. That's what they used to call me. That was my name, Ghost Rider.
They all call me pink. They all call my bike Pink Ghost.
Pink Ghost? That's what you gonna be, Pink Ghost?
Pink Ghost. I'm gonna have pink lights on the bottom of it.
Yeah. And you know we can get, you know, Evil Knievel when he used to jump stuff, they used to have an Evil Knievel motorcycle for kids to play with. I want them to get the same mechanics that they made the Evil Knievel with and give me an up-to-date Hayabusa and make me a man called a Ghost Rider. You know what I'm saying? And I'll be the Ghost Rider. And I'll be a black man with brown skin. Like Evil Knievel had his white dude as a motorcycle for kids, I have a motorcycle for kids. And you can be Pink Ghost, and that'll be for girls. You know what I'm saying? And then if we race each other, then, you know.
Yeah, my phone's gonna die.
Yeah.
It's about to die from 1%.
What you doing night besides going to sleep?
That's it.
That's it. Yeah. I got some big dreams, Nike. I got big dreams. I just need you to come pick me up. Go get your car tomorrow, Nike. Shoes.
You just need me to come pick you up so you can follow your dreams.
Yeah, I need you to pick me up so you can ride with me and we can start these businesses. All we need to do is roll up and just tell them our plans, and we'll ask them to sponsor us. You know what I'm saying? We out to save the world, Nike, and do better things. You know what I'm saying? Just like you got the NFL, you got God's pro drag racing. You know what I'm saying? And we'll get sponsors to come with us and get on that. Look at Charlemagne the God. You know what I'm saying? He wear his name. How come I can't wear my name? You know what I'm saying? Night. Night, great. Night hung up. She didn't hang up. It hung up. It was on 1%, Daddy. But yeah, man. Let me see. Motorcycle drag racing.
You're a staffing firm with the weight of running a business, a mountain of outstanding invoices, and you need to pay your employees soon, like tomorrow soon. That's where we come in. Advanced Partners is a payroll funding company helping staffing firms grow without restrictions. We'll unlock the cash from your invoices so you can meet pay.
Sit down and get comfortable. We're about to take you inside of the XDA at Maryland International Raceway, motorcycle fans. And we begin with the husband and wife team, the newly married husband and wife team, known as the Freak Show. This is Carrie Ann Lucy. She has done such a great job. And for all of you out there that would like to try this sport, male or female, look at Carrie as your shining example. She got on the bike about 2 years ago with not much prior experience, encountered a little bit of a learning curve, getting used to a high horsepower motorcycle, but wait till you see her now. She looks like a true veteran with the help of her husband and her cheering section out there. Just takes a little seat time to get comfortable. Nice, clean, lead, nice, straight run. Look at this, we're bar to bar through the finish. How about that, Carrie?
Hey,
nice run.
Carrie's doing a great job, huh?
That's it, Mom.
She's doing wonderful, isn't she? She's come a long way in a short period of time. You know what that means? You girls are next. Get some leathers. There you go.
We're always trying to encourage new racers here.
All right, we got a little pre-race maintenance going on over here, getting ready for a big day. What we got, tire change?
Yeah, some gear change, actually.
Okay, why the gear change?
Because this bike's a brand new bike that I haven't tested yet. I blew mine up last night, so we're testing eliminations. So, see what happens.
Good luck.
Here on Cycle Drag, we like to take you inside the sport, inside the trailers. I hope you guys are enjoying this. Stay with us because in this video, plenty more fast runs and talented bracket racers coming. Here's one of the best ever, Shane Proctor, near lane. Loves his Kawasaki's up against the ZX14. Green light start for Shane. Shane suffered a nasty explosion 3 years ago. It's so great to have him back. How about that? Shane turns on the win light. No big surprise there. And what you love about these races is there's so much diversity. Look at Simeon Amaru, the big man on the street tire, no bar, Kawasaki ZX14R. He's taken on this Hayabusa drag bike with a set of wheelie bars on it. Pretty cool. Running an 859. It's got the car tire. We got a great race, guys. Call it out. Will it be the ZX14? Will it be the Busa bar bike? Look at how close they are in terms of ET. Far end win light, Simeon. Bar bike went under. Cannot go under. Kawasaki versus Suzuki showdown continues. A little bit of a bog there. The goal is to hit your dowel in. Do not go under your dowel in. Beat your opponent to the finish line. Win light left-hand lane. That win light can be found all the way at the top of the scoreboard if you need to rewind or look at any of the numbers. Hey, here comes Shane Hall, husband of Carrie Ann Lucy. That is the Freak Show. There's a motorcycle that looks like a Freak Show. Where's the tail section? Man, he's saving weight. Green light start. No. Freak Show. Or will the no-tail section bike get around them? Top end of the racetrack. Oh, left-hand lane, 899 with a 3 on an 899. Here is the Mac machine, Mac McAdams, longtime veteran. You can see he has the General Lee. He's a big Dukes of Hazzard fan. Believe it or not, this is so crazy. Mac is actually taking a little bit of grief for the Confederate flag controversy, which Mac has nothing to do with. I can promise you, Mac is not mixed up in that. This man absolutely does not have a racist bone in his body. That's not what this is about. This is about being a fan of Dukes and Hazzard. But unfortunately, in this day and age, some have had a problem with Mac's Dukes of Hazzard paint job, which is really unfortunate.
Mac is on a roll, isn't he?
Yes, he's always
There you go. Congratulations.
That is Mac's girlfriend. Yeah, it was astounding to me to see that Mac, even somebody as simple as a Dukes of Hazzard paint job, somehow got brought into that controversy only by a select few. Most people really love Mac's paint job, and Mac has stuck with the generally Dukes of Hazzard inspired paint. Here's Mike Ostrowski. He's one of the toughest 460 racers in the country. Comes from Long Island. His wife's
How's it
always
going,
there to
guys?
help him.
How you feeling?
Not bad so far.
Tough turnout this weekend, huh? All the heavy hitters here. What's it take to win this class?
Consistency.
Consistency's the key word. And a good crew woman, right? There you go. Good luck.
How sweet is this motorcycle, guys? We'll let you enjoy it. A very talented husband and wife team ready to fire it up. That is the external starter. These bikes do not have onboard starters, many of them to save weight. Some of the street bikes, of course, are still equipped with starters. And we do even see some drag bikes that are self-starting, but most of them opt to have a crew person help and get out and start a car, which is operated by car batteries to turn over these big high compression, big bore motors. Ostrowski on the Suzuki. We got a Kawasaki KZ far lane with the big man. What do you like better, guys? I want to see in the comments, Suzuki GS or Kawasaki KZ, and why? Which one do you like better? Top end of the racetrack.
Let me look for some women. Find me a date. What's up, Tooth? Yeah. Yeah. Let me see. Right on. There she go. Ooh.
We are cleverghost.com, a genius ghostwriting platform that provides a dedicated copywriter for your business.
It's been an impressive rookie year for Destiny Spurlock in the 460 category, and at the Man Cup Finals at South Georgia Motorsports Park, this young lady made some history.
Look. Oh.
Destiny Spurlock and the Marks team were dang near unbeatable throughout the weekend, and finally, Destiny
I can't
advanced
give you that because I ain't got
final of the Grothish Drag Bikes Big Money Shootout, where she would have to take on wily veteran Mike Chongris out of Ohio. This marked the first time an African-American female advanced to
That's
the
a
final
black girl,
of the very
man.
competitive
That's a
460
black girl,
category.
man.
Could Destiny get it done?
Chica.
Stay with us because we'll take you all the way through.
You
this
gonna race
exciting and
motorcycles
compelling
too?
final
Because
round.
you know I ain't gonna stop you from racing no motorcycle. But you gonna be
Congratulations. How
good
you
in
feeling
football
heading
and
into this final?
stuff, but you gonna learn how to ride and race motorcycle. That's a black lady. She racing a man. Pop gonna get him another motorcycle.
How you feel heading into this? How you feel heading into this final?
Pretty good.
What's the weather doing?
Weather's a lot better.
Got the right tune up in it, you feel like?
Yeah, it's probably a little bit too fast.
So at that point, you're just racing.
I'm just racing.
Good luck to you.
That's what we gonna get, Poodle. Yeah, we gonna get another motorcycle. Pop gonna get another motorcycle. We gonna race. See that girl? She got pink and black on it.
What you think, Puppy? You ready to bring us back to Maryland?
I'm hoping to.
Yeah.
On this one, Spooky. Who you got in this one?
Well, I gotta go with my boy Mike Congress.
He's tough, huh?
Yeah, he's tough. Destiny is too, though. I grew up and ride that bike, man. I don't know a lot about her because I don't run the XDA. I think she's a big XDA. I'm impressed.
Oh, yeah. Team Marks, they're tough.
These girls are really good anymore. We got to start looking out. They don't print now, so it's
Yeah, they're racing. Yeah. You gonna have to get you a motorcycle. Yeah, Pop gonna get him to make you a motorcycle. It's gonna be fast too, but you're gonna have to turn about 8. You're gonna have to wait till you about 8 or 9 to get that. And it's gonna be fast too. It's gonna be for kids. I'm gonna have kids racing from 8 to 18, 8 to 17. Kids racing. And you can be the best at something. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. See how the motorcycles look? That's gonna be you. Then I'm gonna make a little motorcycle. I'm gonna make Pawpaw Ghost Rider. Then it's gonna be Ghost Rider grandson.
All right.
Yeah.
Who's gonna win this one? Who you got?
I'll let you know.
Yeah.
Richie's already in there.
Yeah. Oh, that's what I want. Papa want a girlfriend that ride motorcycle.
Alright.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah. 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 Yeah, he going to get on the track. She taking hers to the track. That's the way you gonna be, big dog. That's her mama.
Mama.
That's her mama.
Mama.
Yeah, that's her mama.
Mama.
Yeah.
Like that.
Hot Rod, who we got?
This is Destiny from Walmart Lab.
Oh, yeah, I know who it is. Who you think's gonna win?
I'm going over here. I'm on this side right here.
Look too. Yeah. She ready to race. Look too. She getting to them boxes too. There's some boxes over there that you gotta line that tire up with, Pooh. And when the tire get lined up, then the lighter come on that you ready. Ooh, too. See that? They racing. Yeah. Yeah, they racing.
Hey, hold on a minute. Who did I pick? I said Destiny. I got this. He asked Larry. He asked me. He said, who got this? I said,
What does this mean to you?
This means a whole lot because I started off with that girl at the beginning of this year, not knowing how to tune the bike for her weight. And I worked and worked, and she worked and worked, and this is what happened. And I wouldn't have been able to do all of this if it wouldn't be for Innovative Racing before.
That's the way I'm gonna be, Nike. I'm gonna be teaching you just like that.
Motorcycle drag racing history. Congratulations, Destiny Spurlock and Team Marks, for a magnificent performance.
Yeah, we're gonna be racing.
Thank you so much,
We're gonna
everybody,
be
for all the
racing.
shares. Make sure you subscribe.
We're gonna be racing.
They helped.
Hmm.
They helped.
Yeah.
They helped. They helped.
Another girl. This a white girl right here, son. Let's watch her. Let's see what she do.
Yeah, those prices are good for today only. There's a lot of flexibility here. We can work something out if.
Drag racing fans, sit back, relax, settle in, and come with us to the NHRA Auto Club Finals in beautiful Pomona, California, as we get set to explore what has to be one of the most stunning, shocking, improbable, heartwarming, upset stories in the history of drag racing. Right now, you're taking a look inside the pit area of rookie Gianna Salinas. She's just trying to get qualified. That man, Andrew Hines, after a dominant season and a 115-point lead, is looking to win his 6th fellow Yellow Championship. All he has to do is win first round, and he will clinch it. As for Gianna, there's been a lot of ups and downs in her rookie season, but right now she has been a 7.044, and she is just 1,000th of a second behind California Katie Sullivan, who is on the bump spot. The goal for Gianna was simple: find a way to get into this tough field and end the season on a high note.
All right, here we go. Final qualifying session of 2019. Gianna, what a rookie year it has been for you. You've had some ups, some downs, and right now you're 1,000th of a second away from making this field. So what's that like?
I mean, it's pretty stressful, but at the end of the day, I mean, I'm just going to go out there and do the best that I can do. And at the end of the day, as long as I've given my 100%, that's good enough for me.
How old are you now, Gianna?
22.
Excellent, 22. Now, it's got to have been an incredible learning curve to learn how to ride a pro stock motorcycle. How would you describe that to the average person?
Very difficult, and I highly suggest that you come into this class with some experience. Because I had no experience, and it was very difficult for me to just get to where I am today. So if you can get experience beforehand, that's great.
Was there any fear on your part coming into one of these high horsepower motorcycles with no motorcycle experience?
I mean, of course, there's always fear, but it was mostly fear of failure. But I mean, that's never gonna leave. You just gotta, accept that failure is a part of the journey. Just move on.
What are the biggest lessons that you've learned so far this year?
To lift, definitely. That's the number one thing I've learned. But really, it's just about being one with the bike and just learning to build that relationship.
Sure. Yeah, we were so worried about you. Everybody held their breath when you had that scary moment. But what was funny is you jumped up. It looked like you were more angry than hurt.
And courtesy of NHRA, let's take you back to the Route 66 Nationals. Take a look at that very scary instant. Gianna loses control, stays in the gas just a little bit too long. Thankfully, Gianna was okay, as you can see, upset and angry, but thankfully unharmed.
What do you remember about that?
I just remember looking at my bike and feeling so angry because I caused an accident when I could have easily avoided it. So to see my bike lying there and knowing that I could have easily just lifted and I didn't, it was really hard on me to deal with that.
What's the goal here? What's the goal for 2020? Is there any plans?
Hopefully not make as many mistakes, but definitely just go out next season swinging, pick up where I left off, hopefully more of the better runs than anything else, but just go out and have fun.
Excellent. Well, we wish you the best of luck. You're 1,000th of a second away from making this field. What would it mean to you if you could step up and get in?
It would mean everything. I mean, I want to do this for my sponsor, Disruption. I want to do some Strappers racing, but, at the end of the day, I got to do what's best for me, so I'm going to go out there and do it.
Good luck. We'll check in with you after the run.
Thank you.
There you go.
The team name Scrappers is very appropriate because, first of all, this family is tough. They don't quit. Second of all, Gianna's father, Mike Salinas, owns a very successful scrap metal business in Northern California. Mike is a top fuel dragster racer, and he has continued to encourage his daughter to reach for the stars in this very difficult category. Despite the crash, Gianna had no intentions of walking away or quitting. She knew this is something she had to do, a total team effort, something she enjoys greatly.
All right, guys, here we go. Final qualifier of the year. How proud are you of what your daughter's been able to do in year one?
Oh my God, we're so absolutely proud of Gianna. She's an amazing girl, great representative for the motorcycle.
Is it more nerve-wracking watching her or your husband?
Her. My husband's replaceable.
Well, good luck here in final qualifying. Final qualifying session of 2019 coming up. Sir, how proud are you of what your daughter's been able to do in year one?
No, it's a good learning year for her. Needs more seat time. She's going to do better at every pass. I think we're going to do good for next year, you know?
What are some of the lessons you've been able to pass on?
Actually, I need to get my pro stock motorcycle license so I can pass that on, because if not, I can't tell her what's happening.
Good luck.
On the off season.
Good luck.
Plenty of family support for Gianna. The question would be, could she make it into the show? Final qualifying. Gianna knows she's only got one chance left or her season is over. This is it for the 2019 season. She wants to race on Sunday so bad, but she needs a strong run to do so. It's been a 7:044. So many tough competitors at the NHRA Auto Club Finals. Nice strong lead, Gianna. The bump spot's now been lowered to a 7:02. Does Gianna have anything for it? 6:97! 6:97 to 1:86. That's the best of the career for Gianna. And oh my goodness, Gianna now takes on Andrew Hines. In round number one, the same racer, defending champion Matt Smith, put a bounty on. Wow.
Look at the ladder. It looks like it'll be Andrew and Gianna. I understand you're having a little fun with this and giving Gianna a little extra incentive. Tell us about that.
Yeah, well, I put a bounty out there when we started the race this weekend. I told anybody that if they beat Andrew first round, I'd give them $1,000 cash. And if I went on and won the race and they beat him first round, then I give them additional $5, so they can walk out with $6 grand. So it's worth it to me. It's fun and games, but if nobody does it, so we call it the race.
That's certainly the way to motivate somebody. Anything can happen. This Gianna, where did that come from? A career best. We were talking about how you were 1,000th away. You got in the field by a bunch. Tell me about that last pass.
I mean, it's always been there. I mean, my crew's always told me they believe in me, and I knew that I was able to do it. Just, took everything, put it all together, and I was finally able to make the run that I needed to.
So final race of the year, you get in the show, and you may have got a little bit more excitement than you bargained for. Now we have Matt Smith talking about how there's a bounty on Andrew Hines, and you have to run Andrew first round. Are you thinking about that at all?
Not really, honestly. I mean, I'm here to do my race. I mean, whatever happens, happens. It's never really bothered me who's in the other lane. I'm just, honestly, win or lose, I'm just happy that I get to be here and end the year on such a good note.
It is a great way to end the season, and I want to bring in somebody who I know has been a good friend and a mentor to you, Karen Stouffer. Year number one for you. Karen, this has got to be, help me out, year number...
I'm thinking 18 with a couple of years off, something like that, I think. I don't know. It's a long time.
So what's it been like working together and mentoring young Gianna?
It's really been awesome. I'm like a proud mama. She's doing phenomenal. People don't know the entire background of everything, but what Gianna's, how she's accomplished and how she's progressed through the year is really phenomenal. And you can see it out on paper. From all the experience out here that people have before they come out here and what she started with, she has actually gone up the curve dramatically. So I'm very proud. And I will tell you, for those of you who don't have NHRA TV, you need to get it, because there was probably 40 to 50 people out on that starting line with their hands up in the air, cheering and screaming when Gianna just smashed it and got into the number 13 spot. So really excited, really proud, and really looking forward to the off season. The bad thing about the off season is you end up with such a high note, you want to get right back out and start racing again. But we do have 2, 3, 4 months maybe to start take this, digest it, and get back on it. But really excited about next year.
Gianna, what's it been like having the benefit of such a veteran like Karen with all that knowledge and training?
It's amazing. Anytime I have a question, I'm like, Karen will know the answer. She knows everything, and she's always been there to help me. She's been there for good days, bad days. She's like a mom to me out here, so it's awesome.
I love it. So finally, if we can pull off the upset, are we going to hold Matt Smith to this? Are we going to make him bring that checkbook over here?
Absolutely. Really? You throw down if we do it. And it's all, it's not just her she told it to. It's all over the internet, so he has to. And I don't think he would have a problem in the world.
Gianna, what would you love to spend $1,000 on more than anything? Would it be a shopping trip? Trip to Disney? Yeah, if she wins the race.
No change of money, I mean. I'll definitely go towards next year or maybe paying my rent.
How about that? Little extra motivation. Good luck to you. It's going to be exciting here. First round coming up. It'll be a wild one from the NHRA Finals. And with that, it was time to head to the lanes. First round is upon us. You can feel the nervous energy. You can feel the jitters. But Andrew Hines looks pretty confident, and rightfully so. This has been the most dominant season of his storied career. 8 wins, 10 finals, a 115-point lead in the finals. If it wasn't for the points and a half scenario, he would have already had it locked up. All Hines has to do, pop the clutch, go green, get down the racetrack cleanly in the 6-second zone, and he will cruise to a 6th championship. I can tell you right now, I don't know if there's anybody on the property, including Gianna herself, who believes that Gianna has a chance to beat Andrew Hines. There's just too much riding on this. You see the Harley-Davidson shirts? This team wants to win a championship for their sponsor, Harley-Davidson, in the absolute worst way. You know they're bringing their A game. Gianna has had a tough season, despite stepping up as of late. But, in drag racing, anything can happen. But chances of seeing a Gianna upset have got to be minuscule. This run means everything for Team Vance and Hines. Their season culminates. They know they've got a low 680 motorcycle on this racetrack, and Gianna just ran a career best in the high 690s. That's a big cushion. That's comfortable. First round coming up. A big congratulations, though, to Gianna. She made it this far. She made it in the show. It is time for first round. That young lady has a lot of reasons to hold her head high, especially with everything she's been through this year. It's been amazing. You know that Matt Smith and Jerry Savoie and a lot of other folks would really want to push her for this upset. But here we go, first round. Hines headed for a championship. Let's watch from a distance. Red light, Hines! Are you kidding me? Hines, red lights! Wow! Gianna gets the win! Look at the reaction from the crew members. They can't believe it.
Oh my goodness. Can't believe it. Can't believe it.
What are the odds? Wow. Truly unreal. The ultra consistent Andrew Hines potentially red lights away a championship when he had an opportunity to clinch it. Wow. Team member Gary Stouffer pumped up.
Unbelievable. Have you ever seen a finals like this?
No, I don't think so.
Me either, man.
That was shocking, but anything can happen.
Enjoy the show.
It's like football on any given Sunday.
That's right. Enjoy the show.
Hello, everybody. What a development from Pomona. We want to give you an update. We just conferred with the experts here in the tower after a shocking first-round loss by Andrew Hines in round number 1. Here's the scenario. If Matt Smith wins the event, he's your champion. If Jerry Savoie wins the event, he's your champion. Now, if Smith or Savoie do not win the event, Andrew Hines will still be crowned champion. We never thought we were in for this much excitement, were we? It looked like Andrew was going to cruise to a victory in championship number 6. Oh, no. It's going to be a long day and a lot to decide here at the Auto Club Finals. Stay with us. And it got even juicier because number 5 qualifier, the veteran Steve Johnson, would experience problems in round 2. Gianna would get by him and make her way into the semifinals to race Matt Smith. Unreal. An upset for the ages. What an underdog story.
How about it, Gianna? Going to the semis. Wow. This weekend has turned out pretty spectacular.
It has. I'm really proud of my crew. Owe it all to them. They're amazing.
Now you got to go up against a guy who owes you $1,000 for the favor you did in first round. What's your thoughts on that?
Honestly, when it comes down to it, if I can beat him, I'm going to take that chance.
There you go. Good luck to you. Mr. Mike, congratulations. I talked to you yesterday. Drag racing is so unpredictable. Your daughter, from the number 13 spot, is going to the semifinals.
Oh, yeah. No, she's got some good luck on her side. She's doing good. She's having fun, and she had a great year. This is a good finish for her year. I'm real happy for her. Worked so hard for it.
Could you describe the feeling of pride and joy that you feel after all the ups and downs this year, all the hardship that she's been through to make it to the semis, the biggest race of the year?
Yeah, you know, she's going to push through whatever. Our family, we don't quit. That's why we're scrappers. Keep moving.
Good luck to you guys. Scrappers indeed, and I don't think anyone saw this one coming. Now to the semifinals. Matt Smith is as motivated as ever. He's back in championship contention. Wait a minute! Matt Smith's motorcycle shuts off. Are you for real? Gianna just takes Matt Smith out of championship contention. This is unbelievable. The number 13 qualifier beats the defending champ. Let this be evidence of two statements I want you to remember. Number one, you never know what will happen in drag racing. And number two, you never know what will happen on the Cycle Drag YouTube channel. Absolutely astonishing. Jerry Savoy dances to the final. Who would have ever thought it would be Gianna Salinas and Jerry Savoy, who now has a chance to win the title. The former champ, the 2016 champ, Jerry Savoy, can become champion once again if he beats Gianna. And how about Gianna? Gotta love the unpredictability, huh? We got an update from the Matt Smith pits. He broke a piston in fourth gear. What a horrible disappointment for the defending champ. Your heart's got to go out to him. But how about Gianna Salinas? She wasn't even supposed to qualify for this field. When we started this video, she was on the outside looking in. And now, ladies and gentlemen, she has an opportunity to race in the final round of arguably the biggest drag race of the year, the Auto Club NHRA Final. How are you? I'm ready for it. Let's hope for the better. You ever think this day was going to end up like this?
No. I flew out here. There was always a chance. Jerry was in the points, so I flew out. I'm glad he's there in the final.
Good luck. As you can see, Team Jerry Savoy very pumped up. They didn't think they'd have an opportunity to win a championship. Now all they have to do is win this round. And Jerry Savoy will become a two-time champion. He's the number 3 qualifier. He won a 690 in round 1. He won a 686 in round 2, a 685 to beat his teammate Karen Stouffer in the last round. Now all he has to do is get by Gianna. But wait a minute. Savoy's motorcycle has problems. It doesn't sound right. Jerry's going to stage it anyways. What drama? Did Jerry's championship hopes just go down the toilet, or will he be able to salvage this? The dream continues for Gianna, but is it the beginning of a nightmare for Jerry Savoy? His team is in disbelief.
Tim Columbia looks sick down there. Everybody on the right side of the racetrack looks like a celebration about to bust out. Gianna's ready. Jerry's ready.
Jerry's bike goes nowhere. Gianna gets away cleanly. She's off the center line. She's straight down the track. Ladies and gentlemen, Gianna wins. Gianna from the number 13 spot. The rookie, the 22-year-old rookie. She becomes the 5th woman to win in Pro Stock Motorcycle, the first Latina to win in an NHRA professional category. She pulls off one of the most shocking upsets in the history of drag racing. Unbelievable. For Jerry Savoy, it's dejection and despair as his championship hopes just died on the starting line. But for this young lady, Gianna, tears of joy. God, can you believe you're holding that?
I can't. I mean, the stage has been insane. The fact that I was able to run against everybody and come out with this, I can't.
Congratulations. Hey, they're getting ready to introduce you. Let's get you up there. You'll do great.
And in the final round, Jerry's bike went 6 on the starting line, and she made it to her first ever winner circle.
There you go.
Number 1, 2, and 3, picking up the yellow point. Hey, come on. Did they tell you in the final round, hey, we think he's wounded, or did they just tell you, just go do your thing?
No, they just told me, they didn't even say anything. They just left me alone and let me do my thing, and it worked.
First round, did you see the red light, or with every round down the racetrack, you didn't know what happened until you got to the finish?
Every round, I don't know what happens till I turn that corner. I mean, I'm trying to focus. I'm so new at this that I have to take it in steps, so I'm not looking anywhere but the end of the track and making sure I can slow down.
You came in this year knowing that it was going to be a learning year, knowing that it was going to be difficult. You certainly had some difficult moments. Did you imagine that by the end of the year you would be here in the winner's circle?
No, not at all. I mean, this is just, it's so overwhelming. It's so amazing. I've had such a hard year.
For the 152nd time in NHRA history, a lady has the trophy, and this one's yours.
Thank you. This is for all the girls out there that have been told that they can't do something or that they don't belong. This is for them. If you guys want to do something, just go and do it. You got this.
Gianna, so ladies and gentlemen, Pro Stock Motorcycle Champion.
Talk some more. I don't want to say a damn thing. I want to thank all these fans for coming.
To be honest with you, took down Jerry Savoy in the final round, and with that victory, makes Andrew Hines the champion. Gianna, an unbelievable day to get your first win, and the air conditioning is blowing right down on you. I'm sorry, maybe you're looking back in here, but just talk a little bit about how special this day is.
I mean, on Saturday morning, I was just fighting to qualify. I never would have thought that I would be able to pull this off, and I told you today, you know, whatever happens, win or lose, I get to end, you know, the season on a high note, but just being here right now, this moment, it's not something that I ever thought would happen. No, so nobody in my crew told me. I had no idea. I just figured something happened halfway down the run. Everybody said that they could hear it, and that might have sounding weird, but I was just trying to focus, trying to calm them down. So I did not have any idea.
So you didn't have any.
Hey, y'all.
Trying to play a trick on.
I'm going to get off this thing, man. I'm going to talk to y'all later. I love y'all. And I'll talk to y'all later. Peace. Hey, what's up, Arthur Harris? Thank you for commenting. Hey, God, what's up?